I was actually defending, per se, I should be upfront, Nelson Chamisa, for being actually accused by Daily News. But Daily News had to actually come out and release the audio where Nelson Chamisa was interviewed, leading to the story that was released by Nelson Chamisa. It doesn't look good. It doesn't really look good. Sometimes what leaders portray themselves to be publicly and in secretly, these are two different things. It is mind-boggling then how then the very same Nelson Chamisa distanced himself from the story that was written by the Daily News, whilst he spoke what the Daily News actually wrote. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. It appears Nelson Chamisa indeed actually is against conveners of the organizations that have been formed to actually to fight against constitutional amendment bill number 3. If we are to take into consideration what has been released by Daily News, they went ahead and released the audio where they were interviewing Nelson Chamisa. Of course, they did not release, I think, everything, because we meet the discussion in the middle, so we don't know how it started, but that information alone depicts Nelson Chamisa as not a trustworthy leader. I mean, if you have said something against Jameson Timba and the Daily News says so, that you are standing on those who are defending Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026, then you should, if you are a strong man, stand with your words. But it appears there is a Nelson Chamisa, a public Nelson Chamisa and a private Nelson Chamisa. When he is speaking in public, he is saying something else. He gives he portrays himself as that good leader who never gossips with journalists, but secretly what he says about his fellow leaders, Jameson Timba, one would think that Jameson Timba was a caretaker of the political party that was left by Nelson Chamisa. And he said he was loyal to Nelson Chamisa. Now, the very same Jameson Timba, hearing what Nelson Chamisa was saying about him, I think that on its own, this is the reason maybe why political parties in Zimbabwe collapse. But unfortunately, we don't have that media which is upfront. Thank God for actually social media. It is helping to unearth a lot of things. So let's listen to this audio. I know in this also channel there will be supporters who will come attacking, but you know, when we have evidence that indeed this happened, this is the voice of Nelson Chamisa, as you will hear speaking. Let's listen to it.
You see, what do you know about organize around? You son. Yeah. I was going to get up for saying it wrong. You could have already allocated yourself authority, power, influence, stature, and title you don't have. I don't know what I'm banana. Yes, you have a right to know on the basis of which I'm proposing this also with another idea that's that. Yeah. I just want that. Only basics, only mandate. But I want from nowhere. What do you mean?
Okay, so what is mind-boggling is that Nelson Chamisa lied, that he never said this. In fact, let me go and read what he wrote. He said he never said this about, especially when Hopewell Chinono wrote something about it. A lot of people, especially the blind supporters of Nelson Chamisa, they had to attack Hopewell Chinono very, very hard. In fact, let me go. What he is saying here versus what was said by the Daily News is actually one and the same thing. This is what he indeed said to Daily News. I would have written the same thing having interviewed him. Listen to this. So to me, this presents someone who is flip-flopping, someone who can't be trusted at all. Let me read. He said, "Ignore the mischief. I have noted with deep concern the Daily News front page story titled, 'The Engineered Pact is Hopeless.'" This is what he's exactly saying in that audio, which appears to allege that I have dismissed the efforts of others to advance the struggle for a better Zimbabwe in a manner they consider appropriate. He was indeed dismissing and he even mentioned the name of Timba. Who is Timba? To actually all of a sudden call himself a convener. Where did he get the mandate? I mean, before even Nelson Chamisa was elected to be a member of parliament, he was speaking politics. You get mandate after unveiling yourself. You unveil yourself, you appear to be a solution to the society. The society believes you through what you are selling out to them. It doesn't need you to go to parliament or to be voted in order to oppose Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026. And I think it may be justified for people who are actually attacking Nelson Chamisa, especially taking into consideration the audio that I have played. It says it all. He indeed said this. Chamisa says this about the new proposed opposition coalition. He was speaking about the opposition coalition, saying where do they get the mandate? So it's only supposed to be him and him alone who have the mandate. Even when he is quiet, even when he is saying nothing about the political challenges of the moment. And he says, regrettable, the story is misleading, is a work of editorial fiction and is intended to inflict injury. It is a fundamental principle of journalism that reporters should report the news, not manufacture it. When editorial standards are compromised in this way, public trust and our freedoms are put at risk. I remain fully committed to representing the interest of the citizens of Zimbabwe and to advancing the struggle for a better country in due course. I'll be rolling out a plan aimed at achieving that goal. Any attempts to distract us from this objective will not succeed. Thank you for your consideration of my take. A new great Zimbabwe in our lifetime, the citizens shall cover. Now, if you listened to that audio and you are saying, in Zimbabwe, the problem, we've got a lot of bootlickers. You don't even use, most of the people, they don't even use sense. Individuals like us, we look at the situation, the facts presented on us. What Chamisa said about Jameson Timba's efforts is wrong. He can't actually, you cannot speak like that. Jameson Timba is standing up. He is trying to stand against any efforts to manipulate the constitution. And one manipulates it by saying, no, because you were not given a mandate, you don't have a right to be a convener. But he was the caretaker of your party, the faction that is supporting you in CCC. You never said anything. I think this is, flip-flopping personified. They have actually given us the audio. I think to me that is sufficient enough. If me and you we agree that that is the voice of Nelson Chamisa, it's wrong what he said. It has to be confronted up front. You can't speak like this, especially about your fellow comrades fighting in the trenches. Someone can say, even the Nelson Chamisa who was given mandate, what has he done to ZANU-PF to actually appear like a gatekeeper? There is absolutely nothing that he has also done. He has been struggling with this animal called ZANU-PF for years, and nothing has been achieved. So he should allow other people, without denigrating them, to also try, just like him. You know, this audio, to say the least, is actually scary. It's scary. It is revealing on Nelson Chamisa. We will now be very, very careful when we comment and try to shield him. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button, so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Ogangubu Mtlaman is signing out. Let me love and leave you.